All right, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video, another college video. This one is the men's side, and this is the second installment of Road to the 2026 NBA Draft. In this video, we are going to cover Cameron Boozer, Cam Boozer, um, a 23-point scorer, 9 rebound, 4 assist guy, 58% field goal percentage. We're going to talk about him as a whole, the possibilities where he can land in the NBA draft, the Louisville versus Duke game I watched, which was the game to watch Cam Boozer if you really want to get a sense of who Cam Boozer is. So yeah, if you like what I say, like the video. If you have any opinions, comment down below. And if you just like the vibes, consider subscribing. So I'm going to talk about this game a little bit. I have watched a bunch of Duke games, but this is the first one I actually sat down and I focused in on Cam Boozer. And man, was I impressed. Um, I'm gonna try to hold myself back here because I don't know if he's the number one pick. I genuinely don't. Um, oh, I genuinely don't. As I work my way through this draft, I mean, we obviously talked about AJ Devanza from BYU already. We're doing Camboos right now. Probably the next one up is Darren Peterson. Um, well, wait, no, Darren Peterson, is he out for the? One of these players is out for the season. They said he's not playing the rest of the season. Um, so I might have to go back and watch some highlights of him instead of watching a game of his. But yeah, the top three are pretty solidified. We are definitely going to talk about the top three at least, maybe the top five. But yeah, Cameron Boozer. First things first. Like I said, I gave you his stats. Um, hold on, I'm getting notifications. Getting a John Morant trade buzz as I'm recording this video. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. Um, yeah, Cam Boozer. First thing you notice about Cam Boozer, and this is his archetype, his body type is amazing. It is NBA ready. If you just look at pictures of him, I mean, he's up in front of you. He's what is he? Is he what is he? He's 6'9". He might be 6'10". He's a big guy. He's a really big guy. Um, very smart on his feet. Very I don't want to say agile, but like he's maybe the word is agile. He's smart on his feet. He moves his feet. Um, is he a power forward center combo, or is he just a small forward power forward? He's forward, so yeah, he's not really a center. He's just forward, small forward, probably power forward, probably small ball five at the next level. Um, yeah, great on his feet. He's like, you know what? I'm looking at him right. He's like a boxer. We'll put it that he's like a boxer. Like he's big, but he's like smooth on his feet. His hands are. We'll talk about it. His hands are good, like with the ball, like in the post, driving to the lane. His dribble is something to be a little desired. Had a really almost a really bad turnover in this Louisville game. Um, yeah, he's built like a boxer. He's like one of those big boxers like Fury. I forget his first name, but yeah, like a really tall, long boxer, like heavyweight boxer. Like he's built like that. Yeah, that's a good comparison. Um, really good, really strong. Um, throughout the course of this Louisville game, I mean, we'll just talk about this game real quick since we're here. Um, he played 39 minutes, 27 points, 2 steals, 4 assists, 8 rebounds, 75% from three, which is really good. 3 or 4 from three. I was not expecting him to hit the threes like that, but he hit them this game. He was 10 of 12 overall from field goal. That equals 83%. And he was 4 or 5 from the free throw line. So he only missed two, like 4 shots in total whenever the ball was in his hand, which is crazy. Um, and I feel like they don't really run the offense through him at Duke. He's obviously a key feature guy on this team, but it never feels like he's forcing it too much. Because he gets some of his points on the offensive boards. Um, he's really interesting around the basket. We'll put it that way, because he's conservative enough sometimes with his athleticism who just shimmy the ball in. Like he doesn't, he understands he doesn't need to go 110%. Just like just take the ball, like cock it all the way back and like slam it all the time. He's like, oh, I'm gonna tip it in here. Okay, this just needs to go in. Oh, I just need to tip it back out because I don't have a good look at it. Let me tip it back out to my teammates. And those are the little things that um, come with. This is the first time I'm going to mention it. Come with having a father who was in the NBA. His father, Carlos Boozer, really solid player. I believe a couple-time All-Star. Played on a bunch of teams. Carlos is at all the games. Very supportive of both his sons, Caden Boozer and Cam. Cam being, I think Cam's the obvious. I know Cam's the more NBA ready of the two brothers. But yeah, that I think that's what comes with the advantage of having a father that was in the NBA is you understand and your father understands the physicality that you can bring, but that you don't need to bring all the time. You know, some possessions you just body type wise, you're the bigger player, at least at this level. You don't need to go like super crazy. You know, you can just pull it back a little bit, maybe turn it back, turn the dial back to like 85% and just get the ball in the basket. And then other times, maybe on a fast break, maybe give the scouts a little show. You go in there with the windmill dunk and you just throw it in the basket. You do some crazy stuff. But other times, you're just being smart with the ball and conserving energy is also a very good talent to have. Um, Especially somebody like Cam who could just go crazy all the time. Um, Looking at some of his other games here, he's been phenomenal this college season so far. Um, like I said, 27 against Louisville, 17 against Florida State, 26 against Georgia, 12 rebounds there though. I believe that was this. This is his one, two, his fifth or seventh game with double-digit rebounds, which is really good. Um, Going down the line here, um, Texas Tech, 23 points. Um, Lip, where the hell is Lip? What is Lip? Lipscomb Bisons. That I've never heard of that school before. 26 points, 13 rebounds. Um, Heading down the end of March here, or the end of March, geez, the end of December. 18 points, 15 rebounds against Michigan State. I think I had that one on the background. I didn't really watch that one. I just had it on the background. And then against Florida, um, the Florida Gators, 29 points, only 6 rebounds. I believe that 29-point game is his highest scoring game. Nope, he had the one right before that, 35 points. This was in like a tournament. This was in like a mini tournament game, though. ACC SEC Men's Challenge tournament. Yeah. So the 29 points is his highest in like a regular season game, quote unquote, just like um, through the motion sort of game. Um, what else? What else do I like about Cam? I don't know. I'm gonna pat myself in the back. I really like that boxer analogy. Like if you've ever seen a boxer move like in the ring, that's how Cam Boozer moves. Like sometimes he has this power and this spryness on his feet. Other times he's just like go like just sizing up the other guy. Um, Overall, I don't I don't know how I feel about him at the next level. Obviously, he's an NBA talent. He's NBA ready. I just don't know if he's the type of guy at the next level to be a feature player, to be like, okay, we're gonna give you the ball, we're gonna do this, you're gonna be like the second or third star on this team. I just don't know. For some other context here, getting some more numbers. Um, this is some full stat, um, full stats I have up now. 23 points a game, two turnovers. I can see the two turnovers a game. Yeah, I could see that being a little bit of an issue. Maybe if the Balls have his hands a little bit more, maybe get it down to like one. Yeah, maybe I don't know. Um, Almost a full 3.3 off a full block. He's at 0.7 right now. Um, Almost two steals a game, 4 assists, 9 rebounds, almost 10. Three offensive, 6 defensive, 77% from free throw, 63% effective field goal percentage, 3-point percentage 37, and field goal 58. This 3 point percentage, this sticks out to me a lot. Um, when you see the highlights of Cam, just like on Twitter, on Instagram, you don't really see him taking threes. You just see like his highlight dunks, his like freakish athleticism on the defensive end. Um, to see him make a couple threes, especially the game that I watched, what was really incredible. And I think that's what um, you need to do as a top pick is showcase I can do a little bit of everything. And if you need me to get better at something, I'm willing to get better at something. You know what I mean? Um, Cam is that sort of player, and I think I think he'll be okay. Now, when I say I think he'll be okay, we'll go to the mock draft right now. Right now, um, looking at the mock draft presented to you by Tankathon, Tankathon has him going number two to the Hawks via the Pelicans because of the Pelicans Atlanta Hawks trade last draft. The Hawks in this mock draft will get Cameron Boozer, Darren Peterson going before him to the Pacers. Um, there. Um, let's see. Let's have some fun here. So the top five right now. So we did Pacers, Atlanta. Next would be the Kings. Uh, fourth would be the Wizards, and then fifth would be the Brooklyn Nets. That top five is probably going to stay somewhere around there. Maybe I don't know because there's been reports that Trae Young isn't going to play a lot this season for the Wizards after the trade to the Wizards. So the Wizards might be tanking, so they might be able to keep in the top five. So we'll say this is going to be solidified. This is the solidified top five, barring like something crazy. Where do I like Cameron Boozer? To start with Atlanta, because that's where they have him mocked right now. Atlanta is such in flux. I don't know how I feel about it. I really don't. Um, if they get Anthony Davis, is there even a reason to have Cameron Boozer? Like, are you gonna run like hypothetically, just off the top of my head, are you gonna run like Nikhil Alexander Walker, Dyson Daniels, Jalen Johnson, Cameron Boozer, and Anthony Davis possibly? The Anthony Davis trade hasn't happened. I'm just going off of like rumors and stuff. Maybe I'm projecting a little bit into next year. I don't love that. I really don't. Now, if the Hawks don't get Anthony Davis, I do like I do like a combination of Jalen Johnson and Cameron Boozer. I like that combination. Both Duke guys, by the way. Um, I like that combination a lot. I don't. You would need a very interesting center to help those two guys out because they both could play the small ball five. You could both bump them up a position, but then you risk running a little small. Do you trust Cameron Boozer in his first year to play the center spot? They're gonna try to be a competitive team. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. Um, Going backwards from two to one, the Pacers. I think if Cameron Boozer can get to the Pacers, that would be so freaking cool. That would be so good. Getting to play with Tyrese Halliburton, getting to play with a bunch of the other guys that are on that finals team for the Pacers would be really good. Getting to learn from Pascal Siakam, who Pascal Siakam is an all-star level player. He's very underrated. Um, Eastern Conference Finals MVP, and that last playoff run the Pacers had, Pascal Siakam. I like that fit for him a lot. And it does open up the door for you to, you know, have some flexibility and keep that young, youthful pace that killed so many teams um, in that finals run that the Pacers had, and maybe try to regain some of that pop that you had, losing Miles Turner, you know, dealing with a bunch of injuries. Obviously, Tyrese being the biggest one with the Achilles this year, all that stuff. So I like that one a lot. Um, Cameron Boozer to the Kings. Um, I do not like the Kings for a lot of reasons. For basketball reasons, for other reasons. No, I do not wish anybody to go to the Kings. Um, I don't wish that upon anybody. Um, Number four, the Wizards. Cameron Boozer on the Wizards. I like that one too. I do. If the Wizards are going to tank and they stay around here, and maybe they jump up to two if they're really bad, could I see them getting Karen Boozer? Yes. Um, do I like do I like the Wizards rebolstering their draft assets and draft picks, like their actual draft picks, like players that have played for the team, one last time with Cameron Boozer before trying to compete with Trey Young and company next year? Um, yes, I like it a lot. I think Sar and Alex Sar and Cameron Boozer would be a good front court, an athletic front court. Um, Cameron being the more athletic, um, but smaller guy, and Alex Sar being the more like modern center, sort of space the floor, still athletic but taller. I like that a lot. That'd be cool. And then the Nets, the Nets need something else besides a bunch of guards. So I think Cam Boozer would be okay as a net. Um, yeah, and something to also keep in mind. Just I'm not trying to project anything. I'm not trying to say anything. Um, Carlos Boozer, um, Cameron's father, has some pull with the Utah Jazz. He's involved in the Utah Jazz front office. They are at pick 7 right now, and the Jazz just won a game last night against some team on a Keontae George game-winning shot, which was crazy. Um, does that play a factor in maybe the Jazz trying to trade up and take Cam? Maybe, maybe. That's a possibility. Also, keep in mind that um, Cameron Boozer having Carlos as his father might play a part in what draft, what pre-draft stuff he does, what workouts he goes to, and all this stuff. There's something to keep in mind. So some of these teams might not even get a chance to like get Cam Boozer in the building to like work out for him. He might just be like, I don't want to go to this team. I don't want to go to the Kings. I don't want to go to the Wizards or whatever the case may be. He'll have that pull as a top pick, which has happened the last few times with these top picks. Most notably, as we just talked about, Alex Sarr, um, now the Wizards starting center, when he was doing his draft process, did not want to go to Atlanta. He's like, nah, I'm good. I don't want to go to Atlanta. Let Zachary Bichat go to Atlanta. And it kind of worked out because he still got to play with Trey Young because they're both in Washington now. But either way, anyway, um, anything else about Cam Boozer here? Went through the stats, did all this stuff. No, I think we're good. I think that's it. Um, yeah, so that's it. Um, like I said, I don't know how many more of these videos there are going to be. There's only two right now. It sounds like this is the end of it. It's not the end. There's going to be a couple more, but we'll do a couple now, and then maybe we'll wait, do a couple more in March when things start really heating up, college wise, and then we'll see where things lie after the NBA trade deadline as well. Because some of these picks might get traded, some of these teams might move around. We will see. But thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Um, like, comment, tell me what you think about Cameron Boozer, and yeah, I will see you all next time. Cheers.